And welcome back to episode 4
of Across the Street.
This is Daniel.
This is Nihaal.
And we are across the street. I know. We just
We're
said
not
across
really
the
across the street. I wish I could live across the street from you.
Aw, that's cute. Yeah, if you were across the street from me, I'd be sick of you, to be honest. So it's kind of good then.
Fuck you too, I guess. Fucking guy.
Hope you guys liked the 3 episodes so far. I think our second one did really good.
Our second one did great. It did great.
Yeah, living up to that hype is a challenge, but I think we can do it. Today's episode is going to be about what?
Oh, we're talking about social media today.
Social media impacts. We're from the generation of 97/98, so we grew up in a lot of different social media platforms.
Yeah, a lot. We've seen Facebook, we've seen Instagram, Snapchat. We had Vine back in the day. We have TikTok now.
MSN, Yahoo.
Yeah, for the Americans, AOL.
AOL.
Jeez.
What was that old one?
Which one? Club Penguin?
No, not Club Penguin. Club Penguin. But how did I forget
What did it look like?
the first social media platform that people always like make fun of?
Fuck.
Damn. Okay, we're just saying we're not that old. Okay.
I mean, if we can even remember it, then I guess we might be that old. But
Yeah. It's all good. Okay, so we're not that old. I mean, like, we can't remember MySpace. Like, did you ever use MySpace in your life?
I never used MySpace.
Exactly.
Would you say Tumblr counts?
Tumblr that was like grade 9, 10. So grade 9, 10, that was her Tumblr.
Yo, I just remember those with Tumblr. It was just an excuse for people to post porn. No, I'm not even joking, bro. You know the amount of like porn that was on Tumblr? It was crazy.
We do not condone those actions.
I mean, you speak for yourself. Like, yo, if you want to watch porn, go ahead as long as you're of age. I know some people aren't, but legally and to avoid myself from getting in trouble, yo, watch porn when you're of age.
Oh my god, the clickbait for this episode is going to be Daniel encourages porn.
Run it, I'm down. Like, but it also, I think if we were to clickbait the title, we'd have to like make it at least something related to what we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. And it's definitely not that. So
yeah, another podcast we can talk about porn.
I don't know about that one, man. I don't know about that one. But
Nihaal's a little too vanilla.
I'm too innocent. I'm too innocent. I'm sorry. Okay, so the next. What were we about to say?
Honestly, I was just wondering.
I was chilling with this. By the way, guys, try this IKEA orange.
It's not IKEA. It's just,
I'm so sorry.
Bro.
I had to plug in IKEA for no reason. But it looks like an orange, but it's chocolate.
Yo, I get a lot of shit for eating chocolate oranges.
It's pretty sick.
It tastes pretty decent, I would say.
It is actually really good. But it does not mix well with the Sprite that I have in my cup right now, so I don't want it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so when it comes to social media, everybody knows that I am an avid user. I use it a lot.
Bro.
On Instagram, I don't think there's been a single day over the past year that I haven't had a story. Yeah.
Dead ass.
Like, I always have something. It's like, at this point, when you open Instagram, the first thing you're probably going to see is like my story. Or I have another.
You're one of the few people I know that posts like every day, if not almost every day.
Exactly.
Multiple times a day sometimes.
Multiple times a day, exactly. I just love the attention. I'll be honest with you. I love the attention.
You're a main character.
I like to put myself out there. Some people hate that I give out attention like that, but you know. I mean, not receive attention like that, but you know.
They're just hating. But at the end of the day, it's like, yo, if like you command a spotlight, or it's like you use this attention. It's not like you're just getting attention for the sake of having attention.
I mean, at the beginning, maybe when I was younger, I was like, oh, I have so many friends, this. So then after that, you know, I kind of wanted all these followers and all these likes and stuff, right? But now I'm more so doing it for like personal brand kind of thing, right? As in like, yo, that's Nihaal, right? And I think right now I've kind of established myself, even my main account, my personal account, it's full of just like volleyball or soccer stuff. So everyone just knows me as like that guy, and that's what I intend to do, because I also run. It's a plug right here. I run York Region Volleyball. If you're a volleyball player,
Subtle flex. Subtle flex, I guess.
if you're a volleyball player, DM me, please. I will.
Even if you're not a volleyball player,
Exactly.
you want to try it out.
Exactly. I could make you blossom into an amazing volleyball player. I also coach. I ref. I do everything volleyball. And also do volleyball podcasts. Or, well, we talk about volleyball on our podcast.
Yeah,
That's what I meant.
Occasionally. Or every podcast for that matter.
Someone's going to start like a volleyball counter. It's like, how many times did Nihaal say volleyball?
Yo, I do the editing. I'm going to have to. If you want that, it's going to take a
Oh, like a counter? Yeah. And then,
I can actually do that, though.
And then someone's going to be like, oh, yo, drink every time Nihaal says volleyball.
Yo, I honestly want to do a counter for every time I say like in my sentences.
Oh, my God. No, I don't think you're that bad.
You don't think so?
I don't think you're that bad. Maybe now I'm going to notice it now more because you pointed it out. But
When you watch the videos, that's one of the first things I noticed
Oh,
for
okay,
myself. So it could be a drinking video in the future. I don't know if I like that or not. Or
there's literally an episode like that on How I Met Your Mother when Robin says like or
yeah, but was the one.
It was
But
That was a great episode.
It was a great episode.
Okay, so social media, man, it's just got off the topic of Instagram a little bit. The main thing about social media is that it only shows the highlights of your life, or most of the time it shows the highlights of your life. Right?
It does,
like
yeah.
when you look at your Instagram, it's like a picture of you on a trip, this, that. Even though you saved up a shit ton of money to go on a trip, it was a lot of hard work and everything. You went on the trip, but all I see is, oh, you're on that trip, and that was the picture that you took.
Because speaking of which, it's like, for example, I went to San Francisco this year, right? And you saw all my stuff with like me going to the Golden Gate Bridge and all that stuff, and all those cool photos that I took.
Yeah.
People, like, nobody would know that one of the times I went, I hiked for 6 hours, lost phone battery, couldn't find a goddamn gas station to get food, and I only had literally, like, I think it was like 6 crackers on that hike and some water.
This man almost died in the middle of the forest, bro.
Yeah, bro, like, it was crazy, but it was probably, like...
And you were alone.
Yeah, it was just me.
That's crazy.
So, but yeah, like, on social media, all you see is...
the picture.
Just the pictures of me getting those 6 sites.
And then people are like, damn.
He's so cool or whatever. Like, I don't think people say
No,
that
it's
about
not he's so cool. It's like, I wish I could do that.
Yeah, exactly. But
And
it's not as
yeah.
easy as it seems. Even traveling alone at that point wasn't easy. But social media just makes it look like...
When it comes to social media, there's a lot of things. It's like, yo, our brains are not capable of retaining such information about everybody within a day. Like, if you think about it, like, as soon as you wake up and you check like 30 stories, that's 30 people that you're kind of like interacting with in the morning. Whereas like freaking like 10 years ago, not 10 years ago, probably like 40 years ago, like you wouldn't see 10 people.
I think the people back then you would see the most, well, it still applies now, is just one, your neighbors.
Exactly.
Your people that
You'd
work.
actually talk to your neighbors.
Exactly. I don't talk to my neighbors. Like,
I can't say the same, but still, like, you know, a lot of people don't.
Yeah, well, that's
like,
the difference. I have beef with my neighbors. But, like, that's different.
Damn, neighbors, if you watch this, he's confessed, bro. I don't know what you guys did to him, but maybe a different episode.
Talk to me about
okay,
it.
that's gonna be our next podcast episode.
Daniel had
Neighbors.
But yeah, I would say. I was just wanted to ask, do you ever like check everybody's stories on like not on Instagram because there's way too many people we follow or have following?
It's mind numbing, right?
Yeah.
It's like it's one of those days that you just feel lazy. Like today, I felt a little motivated. I, did some stuff in the morning.
Yeah.
Got my work done, picked you up, et cetera, et cetera. So, on these days, I'm barely on my phone. I check my phone and look, there's like so many notifications already, right?
Right.
But
All them shorties calling you, messaging you.
literally just open it. There's like, fuck. No, I'm joking.
No, yeah, I'm playing with you.
Yeah.
But I would say, I just like, because when you're on like Snapchat, I'd say Snapchat, you don't have as many people on it, right? Do you check still everybody's stories? Because I feel like I don't. I feel when I look at stories,
No, yeah.
when I think back on it, there's people I check, and there's people I don't check.
No, it's true. But Instagram and Snapchat are both smart about it. Initially, like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, it was like that, and then they noticed that people are not checking all the stories, so then they kind of like cater to your algorithm, as in like,
who do you check the most.
Yeah,
and
the
stuff
people
like that.
that you check the most. So like
Yeah.
you and stuff are like one of the first guys that I would see on my stories because like we interact a lot, etc.
We
But
DM a
if it's
lot,
just like a
so-
distant guy, like sometimes like I remember like I DM random people out of the blue, and then I'm like, oh, you have a story? Do you ever post stories? And then I'm trying to think. I'm like, this guy never posts stories, but at the same time, they
He's probably
might
just
just
in
be
the
in the
back of
back.
your feed,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. That's
Exactly.
exactly it, right? So like for the next 5 days, I see them at the beginning of the feed. So like
Exactly.
yeah. So
Then they disappear again.
so would you say social media is a good thing or a bad thing? That's so broad.
That's a loaded question, I would say. But overall, I feel like for the younger generation, it's not. Because for us right now, like for kids, I'd say between who are on social media for some reason at like ages 12 till like up to 16, 17, I don't say it's that great. Because I feel like it teaches them to just scroll through endlessly and see people's highlights and stuff like that. And sees things that they shouldn't even be seeing at that age.
Yeah.
Because there's no age limit to it, and people can post to an extent just almost anything. Like you see some pretty effed up shit. I just don't. I think for us though, it's really good for people anywhere towards the end of high school till onward to use it as a marketing, to use it to highlight their lives for fun. I think it's a really good tool for people like 16 and over, to be honest, just to showcase their lives and learn about each other. I just don't think it's a good tool for younger kids. But I also will say there's a second part to it that even for people our age, it does take away our attention span and focus on the important things on the everyday point. Like, think about this. How often do you find yourself on Instagram? I don't know about you, but for me, I will catch myself on the bus or anywhere. It's just like
and
scrolling endlessly.
the worst part is that like you don't even notice. Like I notice like when people are like chilling at my house and stuff, and then the conversation dies down a little bit. You can't have an engaging conversation like this all the time, right?
Exactly.
But slowly, they're just on Instagram. But how it's so subconscious now that it's just like you just hop in and this and
exactly.
it's so scary.
They got that fucked up thing because that algorithm knows what you want to look at.
Exactly.
That explore page or the For You page on TikTok, they know what you're looking
the worst is TikTok.
Yeah, I heard TikToks from it. They make memes on just having a For You page, right?
Yeah.
So it's crazy. I don't have TikTok, thank God. I think it's kind of...
TikTok is, sometimes you want to do something. It's like, oh, I'm going to go buy some bread. But then after you're literally just sitting. Like sometimes I put on my shoes and I just sit on that sofa right there. And then I'm just like scrolling on TikTok. All of a sudden it's like 20 minutes past. I'm like, oh shit, I have to go.
Yeah.
That's
like me. If I'm going on the bus on the way to work and I plan to either edit our podcast or like make this or like plan my stuff out on my phone. Well, the minute I'm on Instagram, I fucked over those plans. The minute I'm on there,
exactly.
it's gone.
It's almost as if our podcasts are like 40 minutes long, 50 minutes long, whatever. Yeah. It's kind of like therapeutic too because like you're away from your phone.
Exactly. It's really nice. I don't have to look at stories and stuff.
That's it.
But
like even right now, when I saw my notifications, I'm getting a little anxious. There's a half side of my brain that's just like, yo, I want to reply to these people, but at the same time, it's like I don't need to. There's no need to.
Exactly.
You know.
I will say this though about Instagram in terms of stories and Snapchat. The people I do look at your stories. No offense to anybody who I don't always look at, but if you see me always looking at your stories, I care about y'all. Y'all are like I genuinely care a lot about y'all.
Facts.
Because I want to know what's going on in your lives. I think you guys are very interesting people. I just care about y'all.
That's it. He's also peeping through your windows too.
Yo, I'm peeping through windows. Yo, I got a really fucked up joke for you.
Okay.
What's the difference between the porn that you watch and the porn that I watch?
What?
The windows we watch it through.
Oh my god. We're gonna get our first flag for this fucking video, bro.
I mean, we got a hater for our last video.
I can neither confirm or deny that.
Yeah, man, it comes with it. Like I just feel like that just makes it so much funnier, man.
Can't believe you said that.
We can cut it out.
No, we're not cutting it out. But yeah, shout out to the haters too.
Because that means you're watching our content and giving us views. That means a lot.
Facts.
But yeah, I would. What other? Going back to social media, you know what I feel like is becoming social media right now, and I find it kind of annoying. LinkedIn.
Okay, that's very. When it comes to showing off, we mentioned like your San Francisco trip and stuff like that. It's like you're showing off that, but there might be a little sadness. It's like, oh, I can't afford that trip, whatever, right? But LinkedIn is like, oh, I got a CEO position at this wherever, right? And you just feel bad.
Yeah, it just feels like everybody's just flexing and you're just there.
Especially if you're like the same age as that person too.
Exactly.
It's like, yo, I could have been that. Or it was like a former friend or something. It's like, oh, damn. If I still hung out with them.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, kudos to y'all. Congratulations for getting those jobs and like doing all of that stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, if you have jobs like that, you don't need to
why
shoot
not flex,
podcasts.
right?
No, you don't need to shoot podcasts like this trying to make money, man.
Oh my God.
I'm messing. We don't make money yet. Yeah.
And that was never really the goal.
No, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. But I would say, like, flexing wise though, like, it just feels like a whole flex that's not necessary. But I would say, comparing that to how celebrities post on Instagram, right? Like, I don't know if you saw that post that Kylie Jenner once put. Like, it caught a lot of like news attention for people hating on it because it was her and Travis Scott hugging and two private jets on either side, and then her caption was "mine and yours" or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And they're just like, wow. A lot of people just hate it because like, wow, you're gonna flex that on everybody who can't afford that shit.
That's so stupid.
Yeah. But at the same time, that's kind of what LinkedIn feels like on everything. Granted, it is for professional work, so they're trying to brag about it so you can get better connections, you can get better job opportunities, but it also just feels like it's getting a little played out in a sense. If you get what I mean?
No, I get what you're saying. I mean, the more followers you have, especially like those guys and stuff, there's definitely going to be more haters. And bro, like, internet's just like full of like, okay, I love you guys. Like, I love you guys for watching this, but you know, since a lot of people are like, not you guys in particular, by the way, fucking love y'all. But like, since a lot of people are like behind a screen, they just they feel obligated to say whatever they want to. Like, they're safe behind the wall, right? So it's like, bro, like some guys just like, oh, yo, fuck your private jet. What the fuck are you showing this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, if they say that, like, they're not going to say that right in front of Travis Scott's face.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, yeah. So
hidden behind a wall type of thing. Like, you can't hurt me if you can't see me.
That's the biggest thing about social media. And that's when you fall back to what you said about, like, 12 to 16-year-olds or something on social media. Like, that's what it is. They feel more like, oh, I could say this stuff. That's cyberbullying and all that. It's like right behind the screen, and then they feel safer. So it really created like an artificial life, and it sucks. I kind of see it with like the younger generations that I'm around, like family and stuff, and I could see it. It's hurting them because they just don't know how to socialize properly. They don't know how to, like, I could socialize with my younger family better through text and call than actually face to face. That's just how it is, right? So I don't know. How you feel? Also, wait, one more thing about the celebrity thing too.
Go for it.
You know, way back, I listened to a podcast about like Princess Diana, like when Queen Elizabeth died recently. I just listened about a podcast about Princess Diana.
Right.
But yo, the paparazzi was absolutely fucked back then, bro. Like in the 90s.
Really?
Bro.
Oh yeah, no, I feel you.
Like they would pay millions for just like a good picture of Princess Diana, like in just like walking or something, right?
Because stuff like that wasn't readily available, right?
Exactly, right? So it's like the paparazzi was like just chasing them and all that stuff. And even when she died, apparently, it was because some paparazzi was chasing them, and then the driver had to speed or whatever, all that stuff, right? So that's almost irrelevant these days because no one reads magazines. I don't remember the last time I touched a magazine, I'll be honest with you. Except for Daniel, I know he has a Playboy magazine underneath his
I'm not
bed.
spending money on a Playboy. Excuse you.
The vintage edition.
No, I don't, bro. They're probably crusty by now, like old and crusty, man.
So
sorry,
now
I do want to interrupt you though, because going back to Princess Diana, think about it too in just that Netflix series of The Last Dance. Think about how much paparazzi Michael Jordan, that whole Goldstein face, like. There's a clip where Dennis Rodman literally has to sneak out of the back of the United Center to a truck. Yeah. And you see like 40 paparazzi chasing after him just because he skipped out on a practice and went to Vegas. You wouldn't see. I don't think you would see that nowadays with all that like press conferences and all that now.
Because instead of paparazzi chasing them, the celebrities just doing themselves. LeBron James just takes a picture with their family and just posts it on social media. It's so readily available. You know what I'm saying?
Because now they can choose what parts of their lives are private.
Exactly. That too. And there's also a lot of laws and stuff now too, especially with the whole Princess Diana and all that stuff. Where it's just like, no, it was actually a mess. Like paparazzi actually used to rent apartments across from Princess Diana's apartment just to take pictures of her. Yeah, it was crazy. It was actually crazy. Yeah. So that just stopped.
What would you say was your worst moment on social media? Like not not necessarily your worst being displayed. I mean, worst you felt about social media.
Oh, worst I felt about social media was probably the pandemic.
Fair.
Like the first month, it's just everyone was just kind of giving up bad vibes during that month because like everyone was sad. Obviously, like everyone's just complaining. I don't know if you remember March 2020, but like everyone was just complaining about stuff. It's just like, oh, I was supposed to have this tournament this week. Oh, I was supposed to this. Even I completely forgot. I was supposed to, I was supposed to play a volleyball tournament the weekend of the pandemic. Like literally when it started, I remember that.
I was supposed to go.
That was such a weird flashback. I completely forgot. Yeah.
I was supposed to go to South Korea a month before it shut down.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, so stuff like that, and then I actually I don't know if you remember, but I took a social media break for like 2-3 months because
I remember that.
Like,
that was towards the end of it, right? Like not the end of it.
I took it.
Year.
I took it a couple times, but I think the first time was March. Yeah, so it was like March till probably like late June. So it's just until everything. Yeah, that was the worst. How about you?
I would say the worst I felt about it was definitely not this Christmas. The Christmas before, I would say, when everybody was posting the fact that they were like in a couple and shit. Because when it came to relationship stuff, I think at the time I was thinking about it and wished I had one. I wasn't too okay with being single back then. And when everybody around Christmas time, posts that they're spending Christmas with their significant other, it definitely took a toll on me. Definitely annoyed the shit out of me. But unfortunately, like I didn't take a break from it. I didn't feel like I knew how to take a break. I feel like I still don't take breaks from it now, but I feel like that's just because I'm in a state where I don't need to take a break. I can see things and not be bothered by it. But that's definitely the worst I've felt being on social media.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
It's all good. It's a part of it, right?
Yeah, do you reflect it? So did you take a break when that happened or no? Or did you
I would say the biggest break was our cottage trip last year.
Oh, you didn't use social media?
I didn't check social media while we were there. All I did was I didn't check Instagram. I just posted on my Snapchat story and didn't even look at anything else because we were having fun and I wanted to show that.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you were just like.
I didn't look at Instagram.
Okay.
I said fuck that. I just posted everything we were doing. Not everything, but like when we were having fun at the cottage.
So I highly recommend social media breaks. You just kind of be present in the moment. Right. For me, during my social media breaks, especially if I took it during the winter, when I had absolutely nothing to do, no work, no volleyball, no school, I just sit down, listen to a podcast, and build Lego. That's what it was. It was literally like 8-hour shifts of straight Lego. Like, I'm telling you, like, I used to just, because you're just in the moment. And it's not quiet because you're still, like, it was more like educational podcasts and stuff. So you're just still listening to something.
Mm-hmm. But it just blocks out anything that you didn't want to hear on social media, which at the time was a lot of things, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What was your favorite social media platform? What is your favorite social media platform of all time?
I think it's Instagram. It's just dominated for years now. I think I opened my Instagram account back in I think I had an old Instagram account in probably like 2012, but my current one I probably opened in 2015. And it's been dominant. And like, it's just, especially for me, since I meet so many fucking people from so many different areas of my life, the first thing I ask is like, hey, what's your Instagram, right? And then it also shows a peep into what their lives are.
Exactly.
That's why I like it too. I don't really like when, I don't know. Especially like the younger generations and stuff, I feel like they just kind of like post like one picture or no pictures on their Instagram.
What's the point of having it, right?
What's the point of having it? And also it's just like the whole point of, like we live in an era where it's just like, bro, think about it, like 50 years ago, it's like, bro, pictures, like memories, all this stuff, like your grandparents can't even like think of, like they don't even understand what's going on.
Cameras were expensive. Bro, exactly. Film was expensive. Exactly. It wasn't even in color.
Now it's free and you could literally have memories and all that stuff, and then people decide not to.
I could literally just take a selfie like this and
then it's a memory, and then a year later it'll be like, yo, Nihaal is shooting a fucking shitty podcast with his fucking Asian friend.
What was your happiest moment on any form of social media? Like, whether it's a moment that you posted, whether it's a moment you felt while being on it.
It was definitely I posted this one post on Facebook. We mentioned it in a podcast, like I think the last podcast episode, but the tournament that my dad won, and then the tournament that I won. And my Facebook's full of like more like uncles and like my dad's friends and stuff. So just the reaction that I got from that and how people remembered that my dad won that tournament back in 2003.
Yeah.
And like a picture of me with him with that trophy, and then me holding the same trophy like literally 19 years later. It's like
the next episode I upload, your picture's gonna appear on that. I was able to put it on the.
Oh, okay, nice. But yeah, did I send you that picture of me as a kid?
Yeah, when you were with your dad.
Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah. So exactly. So that social media post was probably my happiest, just the reaction, and it really like that tournament really meant a lot. We were literally talking about that tournament yesterday too with some other friends, and yeah, that's favorite tournament win, favorite post, favorite social media post of all time too. Yeah, how are you?
Definitely one of my favorite. Well, I think my favorite social media experience of all time. That's a tough one because I feel like a lot of mine just comes from Instagram and posting probably my favorite things there. But I definitely feel it was at the peak of, because I'm taking a break in photography right now, but definitely at the peak of when I was uploading. That's when I felt like a lot of gratification for my work, and I felt like a lot of people could get behind what I was taking photos of and how I took photos. I just received a lot of people I just didn't know really liked what I shot. That's definitely the biggest thing. And on a personal level, though, I definitely feel I went on an upload kind of craze when I was in San Francisco. I think I posted like 3 or 4 photos while I was there.
Yeah.
I think that was my most favorite because there were so many bangers from that trip. I just enjoyed that trip so much, dude. And just seeing that on social that I could highlight those things was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And that was all alone too. Like no help.
No help. All those photos I took, it was just me with this camera that we're shooting on. I would put a fucking timer on it and then figure out my poses. Every photo I took, there's probably like 2 or 3 retakes.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. That's another thing. People don't realize there's retakes. You just take another photo. If it looks candid, there's a chance that it might not be. That's a big thing too, right? People know how to look candid.
Oh, yeah. Like me. No, joke. But what would be candid? It'd be like, no.
And that's not necessarily candid. You've been doing it like 4 times.
Yeah, no, that's true.
But no, definitely candid. I feel like the best candids just show the emotion that you're feeling. And I feel like people who can do candid, make themselves look candid, can understand the emotion they felt when the photo was taken. Or the emotions they're feeling in the moment.
Facts. Also, to make yourself look candid. Yo, one day Daniel just called me and he's like, quick, how do you smile for a picture? I'm like, what? What? How do you smile for a picture? You told me before. I'm like, oh yeah. So I saw this like TikTok like a while ago where it's like, if you really want to look good for a picture, you know how like people just say cheese? Mm-hmm. It's like, say cheese. But that's like a fake smile, right? Mm-hmm. But if you want a genuine smile, you got to say, hey.
Because you got to get kind of amped to do it.
Yeah, it's like, hey. So when you say that, it's like there's more genuinity because cheese is like, it's literally like those 6th grade pictures where like kids are just with their bow tie, you know what I'm saying? So
awkward prom photos.
Yeah. Awkward prom photos. Yeah. So if you just say A instead, it's literally changed your life. And also, what else changed my life is braces. Highly recommend. It's worth the money.
Even a retainer, because what's it called? Yo, my teeth were janky.
Oh yeah.
Before.
Oh, you wore retainers?
I wore a retainer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I wore it from grade 5 until grade 8. Yeah.
So yeah, now we got picture perfect smiles.
We try.
We're more confident. I'm much more confident talking to a camera now. Mm-hmm. So yeah. The end. Okay, so next, what are we talking about?
I was gonna ask you, what do you think has changed? What do you think social media has changed for you for the worse? Sorry to be a Debbie Downer on that.
For the worse, it's what we talked about earlier. It's just anytime I have dead space or like not doing anything, I'm just on social media, and that's definitely the worst. Other thing that's worse, not now, but I think a couple years ago and stuff, I used to really look at like my like count, my comments, and judge my worth from that as well. Now it's like, bro, it's whatever, man. Like, yeah, social media, whatever. But at the same time, like my friends are with me all the time now. That it's like it doesn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? If anything, now I'm looking at it like, the people who really want the likes or really want the comments and stuff, or just people who don't really see friends that often. I don't know. I just see my closest friends so often now, so I feel a little bit more luckier. But
can I be honest? I feel like for me the worst thing has been my attention span.
Yeah, no, 100%.
It's definitely, it doesn't even apply to just Instagram now. Like, I'll get caught on, like, seeing the next big thing or whatever. It's interesting on that. But I catch myself when I'm watching shows skipping to, like, until I found an interesting part or like, bumping it up 5 seconds every couple of times. And I'm just be like, I'm not really enjoying them, and I'm missing small details of the show. I find that my attention span when it comes to watching, like, videos I'm trying to learn, for example, like a CAD software right now, or I'm trying to learn, for example, a new language, stuff like that, where it just feels like I'm skipping through parts or I'm not paying attention. I get caught back.
You said CAD software?
Yeah, like
You doing CAD?
Well, right now I'm starting with SketchUp because it's free, but
You know that's what I do on the daily, right? That's
yeah, I want because what I'm trying to learn is Revit and AutoCAD.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's literally my profession.
yeah. So I'm trying to learn that first.
Bro, literally just ask me, bro. I could give you lessons before podcast.
Yeah. Maybe I'd be down, dead ass. But yeah, I feel like those are things where I lose focus on those because of my attention span, and I feel like social media. Granted, it might just be me, but social media has definitely played a part in lowering my attention span, making it shorter.
You know what else is short?
Okay, I know I'm 5'6", bro, but like, come on.
I'm so sorry.
You're not even that much taller than me. You're like an inch taller than me.
I'm
This
so
guy
sorry.
thinks this is the difference, and this guy thinks I'm like here, bro. Like, yeah, but no.
I'm 5'9", by the way.
Yeah, okay.
With shoes, I'm 6 feet, and when I stretch, I'm 6'1".
Yeah, for sure. Put that on your Tinder profile and see how much you catfish.
Yeah. So on Tinder, you know how the standard is to raise 2 inches too. So I'm actually 6'3".
Yeah, you round up, right?
Yeah.
Fine, I guess I'm 5'9".
But
Shoes then.
but then yeah. Last time I called my mom, like video call my mom, she said that I look taller, so I'm actually 6'5".
Oh my god. If you ever put that as your Tinder bio, I feel sorry for the girl when they meet you. Because they're going to be expecting this cute little face, nice personality, and then they're just going to see somebody who's not 6'5". Speaking of which, I think Tinder and dating apps are social media now. I feel like it's a form of social media.
I don't agree with it. Like
You don't think so?
No. I agree that
Yeah.
it is social media, but what I'm saying is like, I think I saw a TikTok. Speaking of, I learn more from TikToks these days because like I'm always on TikTok because it's actually pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But they were interviewing this guy who was just like, oh, when was the last time you got stood up or something? And he's just like, way before the Tinder days and stuff. Like it was like you just ask your girl for a date at a park or something, and then if you get stood up, you get stood up. I think now it's like you kind of commit to dates these days. I don't think guys get stood up as often because like Tinder and everything and
It
chatting
just makes
and
it
everything.
easier to
It's just
say
like,
you don't want to go.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah. But it still does happen.
No, it still
It still
happens.
happens.
Have you ever been stood up before?
On a date? No, but I'm not gonna. I will say I have stood somebody up before. And
It's the worst feeling.
And that's why I think about it, and it's like I probably should feel bad about it, but at the same time, it's more like what I thought about it at the time was I wasn't really feeling it, but also I was the one who brought it up, and that makes it seem even worse. At the time I didn't know how to confront those situations. I was afraid of like having to tell people things. Nowadays it's like, hey, I'm not feeling it, or it's like, hey, like I gotta cancel. Like even if I make up an excuse saying, oh, even reschedule, or even if I just make up an excuse I can't go and never message them again or something like that, you end up ghosting, which is common. As long as you don't end up going and wasting somebody's time like that, I think it's better, at the very least.
It's just you don't know how excited the other person is. I mean, if it's like a whatever thing, yeah, but
But I feel like even through messages, depending on how people are messaging back and forth, you can kind of gauge the interest anyways. Somebody might just be agreeing for the sake of it, not to be a dick as well. And I feel like that's how it was too. I don't know if they even went on it, personally, because like they even went to meet up, because we didn't really set, like, we set the day, and we set what we kind of wanted to do. We never set a time. So like after that, we didn't really message each other. because we could feel. I think for me on my part, the interest from her was kind of waning. So I felt like for me, my interest was also dying down. So that's why I'm saying it. Like I felt I stood somebody up, but I also feel like they probably didn't show up because both of our interests and the way we were talking, they weren't there. But I definitely feel like for a dating app though, it's become social media because everybody's just trying to catfish, not even catfish, but show themselves in a different light of who they really are. They're trying to make themselves seem way better. You know what I mean? Like way better than even social, like regular Instagram would be.
Exactly, and that's a whole other topic. But the genuinity of just people in general.
Exactly.
They just want to show their best traits, their best looks, best photos. Even right now, to be honest with you, I have a pimple right here, bro.
Yeah.
But like, people don't take pictures.
Speaking of that too, on social media, like
or they
people
can edit it,
people
or they can edit it. Yeah,
it's been done, and I don't judge people for. I get it. You want to show the best of yourself, but at the same time, it depends on what it's being used for. You know, if it's a straight up thirst trap and like you're like got like
no, just like erase everything.
Yeah, like you want me to erase like everything just so it can look absolutely picture perfect, then maybe it's a little questionable. But at the same time, I get it if you have a nice picture of you out and you have like a pimple somewhere and you want to get rid of that, and that's totally understandable.
Yeah. Is there anything else?
I don't know. I think we're pretty, like I kind of aired out all my dirty laundry about social media today. I won't lie to you. I mean, like there's like I may not have shown it, but I definitely got a bit heated in like low-key heated about certain things, right?
Okay, let's do some predictions then. Let's do what do you think out of the social media platforms that are here in 5 years, if this podcast is still fucking I don't know if we're going to be podcasting in 5 years, I'll be honest with you, but if we do 5 years in season 5.
Season 5.
Or maybe season 15 if we're doing it in 3-part segments, but in season 15, which social media platform will still be prominent? Do you think Instagram's still going to
I think Instagram's still going to be here for sure.
For sure.
I think Snapchat is probably going to be around to stay.
I don't think Snapchat's going to be here to stay.
I think Facebook, for some reason, has managed to stay relevant, so I'm going to keep that around.
How about Be Real?
I don't know because I feel like a lot of how Be Real hasn't.
I think it's huge in like for younger people.
Yes.
Like teenagers.
And we're definitely not teenagers anymore, so we don't really see that side of it. So.
Yeah.
But it's a cool app, but I feel like for me, my perspective, I don't think it hasn't shown me enough like blow upness to think that it's gonna stick this early. Something that I think would also stay. I was gonna say Twitter before, but all this weird shit that's going on with it, I don't know if it's gonna still be around. LinkedIn's probably gonna still be around. LinkedIn for sure.
LinkedIn's definitely gonna be around, yeah.
And then,
LinkedIn is so prominent in like when I go to like my corporate like meetings or like
everybody has their LinkedIn.
Everyone's ready to give it out. Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, and just those connections.
Because it's literally like a social media, but it's your resume, right?
Yeah.
I want. Fuck it. I'll say Twitter's still gonna be around. Somehow they're gonna figure it out.
Dude, you literally said everything's gonna be around. Which one?
I don't think. Okay.
It's gonna be around. For
I didn't
sure.
say TikTok. I don't believe TikTok's gonna be around.
I think TikTok's definitely gonna be around.
I don't think.
I think TikTok's gonna be above
maybe I'm a little
everything
biased because I don't want it to be around.
I think TikTok's like okay. So one of my videos for European volleyball has reached as of now 2.8 million views.
Holy shit,
bro! That's like more than some cities, countries, bro. Like it's like 2.8 million. Like you can't even fathom that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it just reaches the correct audience that you want and everything, and the algorithm's just crazy.
But I feel like it's gonna fall victim to something of like a lot of things do, oversaturation. I could see it falling victim to that, especially as people start to like realize it's a good source of income. I feel like because
you actually can't make money off of TikTok or YouTube.
Not necessarily, but
unless
like
through sponsors and stuff.
Exactly,
yeah.
But I feel like once everything becomes sponsor motivated, I feel like that's gonna make it fall off at some point.
It's kind of what happened to YouTube. I think YouTube died down for a bit, but it's back up now.
YouTube died down, but
it's good for like long videos like this.
Yeah, and I enjoy YouTube content because there's a lot of people. Majority of it is uploaded without sponsor motivation. Because there'll be things where I watch it for gaming walkthroughs, or I watch it for people doing daily vlogs, and a lot of them aren't sponsored as well. I watch it for primarily gaming content, to be honest. But that I feel like those things aren't sponsored, right? So
Yeah.
yeah,
I think a lot of gaming walkthroughs are not sponsored, but they at least make money because the
They do.
subscribers are.
they do because YouTube allows people to easily monetize.
Okay,
Right?
be honest with me. How often do you cheat by watching the gameplay?
I don't, but I don't play games that are too hard. Like for example, like if any of our viewers know Dark Souls or what's the new game, Elden Ring. Those games that are really hard. I don't play games like that. I just play games that are a lot of fun. I play a lot of shooters, type of shit.
Okay, now we're definitely game men. Yeah, we do not promote.
Okay, it's not like I'm talking. No, I'm not even going to continue that sentence. That would get us fucking flagged.
It's this side. No, I'll never forget. This is what happened in high school. So pretty much one guy. So it was like athlete of or student council or something picture, and you know how they put student council pictures on the walls in high school. So one guy literally put his hands like this for the picture, like this, and then one of the teachers just flipped and is like, "Nope,
It's a gun sign,
you
right?
got to retake it. You got to retake the picture." And then it was printed on the wall for like 2 days, and then they actually took his picture out, and then they put another picture.
Bro. But it wasn't necessarily to be like a
No,
dog,
no,
right?
it was
It's just being like
I don't know.
like a swag photo. or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that, right?
yeah.
So
But I mean, I get it, but at the same time, it's like,
it's not that serious,
Yeah.
right? Damn. Oh, I think one thing as we're kind of coming to a close, because once again we got volleyball tonight. Something sorry, I'm trying to get my mind around it, but in high school, a big thing in social media that I feel like is really fucked up, and I think about it now that's also being passed on to generations, is there was a point in our school where I think a few times somebody's nude got around school, and it's just through people's social medias, and then it just takes one fucked up person to expose that, and that person's fucked. Whether it's like a guy sending a dick pic and girls just share that around, or a guy sharing a girl's nudes, that shit is so fucked up. And if that carries on to generations now, and that gets younger, that's even worse. That's so fucked, dude.
I mean, the biggest problem with that too is that they're underage, right? So they don't realize that, like,
How damaging that
like
can be.
how damaging it could be, and like just criminally, like how
Fucked up it is on the on a
like,
legal
just long term.
yeah, like morals, legal, it's just fucked up all
Yeah.
over the place, right? Because it's like you're ruining somebody's reputation in a way by sharing that,
Exactly,
and that's not meant for you. It's something private.
100%.
I don't think you should send a nude anyways, or a dick pic, but it's pretty. It's just fucked.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely, if we're looking at that side of things, like there's also when people like break up with their significant other or something, like some guys or some girls just post everything on.
Yeah,
Like-
they air out all their baggage and dirty laundry. Like,
No, like yeah, just like
fucked.
like but they don't understand every person.
I don't think we see that nowadays in our age, like where we're at. I don't really.
I mean, I think people have learned, but I think like maybe like 5 years ago when social media was first becoming a thing,
Yeah.
when they didn't know the repercussions.
of how, like your digital footprint and all
Yeah,
that stuff,
yeah.
and like that being all over the web.
Even right now, our digital footprint right now, look, we're swearing on camera.
Yeah, but at the same time,
grandkids, I'm sorry. Don't swear.
I'm not sorry.
Please, don't say bad words. When do you say your first word? How old are you?
Probably
when you
like
said-
6 or 7, dude.
when you said the F word.
I definitely probably said it like 6 or 7 because I heard my dad say it.
Who? Oh, your dad said it?
My dad said it, yeah. Love you, Dad, but you definitely did swear around me.
it.
Yeah.
6
like,
or 7. Okay, so that's
yeah.
like what, grade 1, 2? Yeah, grade 1.
probably like grade 2.
Grade 2.
Yeah, probably grade
For
2.
me, it was grade 3. Literally, one kid, literally, like, in recess, he's like, I just came back from, like, India after, like, a trip, like a 1-year trip, and then, he's like, yo, Nihaal, you don't know any bad words in English? I'm like, bro, I don't. It's like, he told me everything. Yeah. But when I first started consistently swearing was probably grade 7.
I would say the first time I probably consistently swore, I didn't really swear that much. It's probably either grade 8. I would say even not even until like grade 10, I swore that much.
Really?
I didn't really have a reason to swear until I started playing video games to a certain extent. I started playing video games a lot grade 8, 9, 10. That's when it full blown kind of.
For me, it was when I started playing soccer, so grade 7. Definitely grade 7. When I started playing serious soccer, just like even in recess on the field, we're just talking shit to each other. Absolute, like, I'm telling you, bro, it's just.
Dude, you guys would talk shit. You should have heard like Call of Duty lobbies as a kid, bro. Everybody would say like, bro, like I dog-eat your mom or something like that. It's like I fuck your mom, or you get DMs of that after you
my
like, shit
God.
on somebody
Yeah,
on COD. That was so messed up, bro.
And that goes back to what we're saying about social media, right? Like they're behind a wall, they're behind the screen, so they feel safe
Yeah.
to say shit like that.
Yeah.
They would never say that in there.
I mean, I think just to end off on a brighter note, though, about social media, because we've been getting, like, because you can see how much negatives there are tied to it. I just think the positives, though, it's like, one thing, for example, Snapchat memories, or when Instagram brings up, like, past things. Looking back on how much fun you had with people, it just brings you back into a nostalgic time. Hopefully it doesn't bring you back too much that you hold on to it. But I think looking back on it, like, I'll see...
No, it's amazing. And it's surprising sometimes.
Exactly. Like, I saw a photo recently of... back in college, like maybe like 3-4 years ago, me doing a keg stand, and I'm like, oh, that was a fun time. I'm probably not gonna do that again.
I think you said that to me. But yeah, even this week, I'm probably gonna get some Snapchat memories of our cottage trip last week. I mean, last year.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool.
Because
even though I can't make it to a cottage this year.
Yeah.
Work. But why you got to be busy during this time of the year? It's Christmas, man.
Yeah,
Slow
at the
down
time
a little
of filming,
bit,
tomorrow is when I'm leaving for the cottage with our friends this year, and this guy just can't go.
Work, man. I have like a lot of emails. I'm not going to say the number. It's an embarrassing amount of emails, but...
Can I get in the comments a hashtag downer Nihaal for not making it to the cottage this year, man? I get it, though.
Yeah,
I do get it.
There's that, and then I already took my vacation days and all that stuff, so...
It's okay, but like... There'll be plenty more cottages coming up in the next year.
Some that I'm going to host summer. I want to host a big one.
Yeah, I want to go... I do definitely want to go somewhere in the summer, too, for that.
Daniel's still coming to a party on Saturday, so I'm still going to see him.
Yeah, I see this guy every Monday anyways.
Yeah.
I think you are, like, probably one of the people I see most consistently. Yeah. Other than, like, work people, like, out of my core friends, you're one of the people I see the most consistently.
I'd say the same.
Yeah. But, like, I feel like because your other friends are close by, like Ashwin and Ruggie, it's easier,
that's
right?
the only reason. They all live, like, footsteps away.
Yeah, but I feel like we call multiple times a week anyways, so, to just talk about shit.
Yeah, I mean, we just talk about how we're not getting views, how no one likes our videos.
You don't need to know about analytics, man.
and we just sob on the phone. We're like, Yo, we really want to become YouTubers, man.
Yeah, it was just a dream,
man. Like, this is all we ever wanted to do. Like, when is it time to quit our daytime jobs? Not yet.
I don't think, what's it called? I'm never really going to plan for that in the future unless it actually does. Like, if that was ever an option and actually start to see that being a realistic option, then for sure. But I think where this podcast takes us has been really fun so far.
No, it's just fun. It's honestly, I think therapy is like $100 a session, but this is absolutely free.
Absolutely free. We just air out how we feel, but we just air out how we feel, like on this podcast, just straight to a camera and force you guys to listen to it.
That's it, and you guys are listening to it, and
we really appreciate that.
Really appreciate it.
We hope that you can relate. We hope that you can empathize with us or see how we feel, like get our perspective and helps you think about it in a different way, or if it is the same perspective, like feel validated about that.
And also, like, I feel like I've reconnected with a lot of old friends with this podcast too, or like I kind of realized like which friends genuinely kind of like care about me.
Yeah.
Oh, not care. You know what I'm saying? Like, are like kind of interested.
They want to see more, or like they see different. Like they are invested in the depth of.
Yeah. Because like, like this is the most surprising. Some of the most surprising people were like, "Yo, I listened to that whole podcast." I'm like, "Damn, you don't know about it?"
I feel like it's for me when I shout it out, or I see people watching, or I see like my friends like commenting. We've been having a consistent commenter. I know who you are. Shout out and I love you forever.
Who is it?
It's one of my boys. It's one of my high school boys.
I love you too.
Yeah, we like when he whenever people like that are really important to me listen, it just means a lot because I know they're supporting me. Like it's unconditional support. It feels like whether it's just a listen, a comment, a like, a subscribe, it really means a lot.
If once we get to 100 subscribers, I'm gonna shave off my beard. No, actually, I lied. I'm gonna shave off.
Should we both?
What do we gotta shave?
Okay, I got something, man. Bro. This guy checked me for no reason, bro.
I'm sorry.
You don't sound so fucking sorry.
I'm so sorry.
All right. What should we actually do at 100 subscribers, though?
We'll think about it. Comment.
Comment what you want to see us do at 100 subscribers.
Anything that
can be within the YouTube terms of guidelines.
That is legal, yeah. And
we'll pick from the selections of it.
Maybe Maybe like an ice bucket challenge or something. Like just drop ice in our head or something. I don't know.
Something like that. Hopefully we
Maybe by then, hopefully it's like
spring.
like maybe if it's like February or something. I mean, I'm thinking fucking amazingly, but
Yeah.
if it is February, just we'll run around in the snow or something with just boxers.
That's cool. That'll be.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. Or like film us running into Lake Ontario with just swim trunks.
Super down. I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we'll just end it off here because it's almost time, right? What time?
We still got a little bit of time.
Oh, so that means your fucking clock is off.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a lot of notifications.
I am very popular, guys.
Difference. I keep my circle small. Love you.
Do you see why I can't reply to you right away, bro?
Yeah, I know. And Nihaal changed.
I'm so sorry.
I know, I'm joking. I get it. Don't worry.
During the pandemic, I was not busy at all, but now it's like, oh my God, I have so many things.
That's a good thing, though. It keeps you busy.
It's busy, but at the same time, it's draining sometimes.
Yeah, fair enough. But that's the cost you gotta take with it, right?
I feel like this has been a really good podcast episode so far. I think it's much more lively than the last one.
For sure. Our last upload, right?
Last upload, yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. I still, what's it called? We still have one that we have to up. Yeah, but that's ready to go whenever. But we definitely had a lot more in terms of to talk about. Definitely a lot more to air out. I think this one too, we really enjoyed talking about this topic. Not to say that we didn't enjoy the other ones, but definitely because we had a lot more to be afraid of. Not. I love how we're just like analyzing this like psychologically, but
we're just gonna, bro. Honestly, this is a podcast. I know you guys are probably working, working out, driving, whatever. It's just in the background. So,
yeah.
How do you guys like our voices? Is it nice and soothing? I was actually talking to the my customer service coworker today. And I'm just like, I literally told her, I'm like, yo, you literally have a customer service voice. I'm glad you're in this profession. Like, it's like her voice is just so like calming, and it's like you can't get into a fight with her.
I had a client recently that just said it's like your voice. It's not as like, your voice and the way you talk is like really reassuring.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
No, I could see that.
But for me, like I never really thought of, because when I hear my voice on a recording, obviously it sounds different from how you hear it, right? Yeah. It's just vocal cords sounding deeper, the vibrations within your throat. Yeah. So I definitely, but when I hear myself, I can kind of understand how people hear it. And it's also just like, you have to remember, just because you don't hear it that way doesn't mean people like hearing the shit for however long you've been alive.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Or however long since you've hit puberty. But yeah.
Yeah, that too. Have you gone back and ever listened to yourself as a kid?
Oh yeah, no, I have so many videos of me when I was a kid.
Dude, I had such a nasally voice. It's crazy.
What age are you talking about? Grade 6 or?
Probably, I would say grade 6, even up till, because I hit puberty kind of like in midway through grade 10.
Oh, wait, you hit puberty? No.
Yo.
So many shots today,
Oh
bro.
my
God.
God.
I'm so sorry. First the height, then the beard. I don't know.
I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I remember I can just light you on fire right now, bro. I'm joking. I won't do that to you. I only do that to people I hate.
The exchange of glances. Like,
no, but
he has a whole arsenal of things.
It's okay. I'm not like that's not something I would ever expose. But I don't know. Fuck, what was I even talking about before?
Then it's just gonna be like, you know who never loved you?
You know what happened when? No, imagine. But yeah, I think. I don't even know what I was talking about, dude. I totally lost it. I think that's a good note for us to end it, though. But yeah, once again, guys, we appreciate you listening for however many episodes you've listened to so far.
And if this is your first episode, man, please subscribe.
Welcome, by the way.
Welcome. And also, bro, we don't get a single cent until we get 1,000 subscribers. So if it's 1,000, man. Yeah, we got families to feed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I got my secret family over in Costa Rica.
Exactly.
With 3 kids.
Yeah. This guy.
Baby mamas.
This guy gets girls, bro. It's insane, bro. It's actually.
Since when?
It's actually crazy.
You know how long I've been single for? And you're telling me I get girls? Yeah.
All right, man.
All right, thank you guys.
Arigato.
Moi, we really appreciate the listen. Comment how you felt about this episode. Comment the
vibes. I think the vibes are a little happier today.
Yeah. Comment about your best or worst social media experience, how you feel about what we talked about today. Leave a like on the video. Once again, subscribe.
Literally, just if you comment, I promise we will reply.
We will reply. We will like it.
We'll print out your comment and put it on my wall.
Just for motivation.
And put it in the background too. Just
we'll remember our very first commenters like that.
Especially like if it's an absolute stranger. Oh my God. Yeah. You have no idea. We'll actually frame your comment.
Yeah. We'll even clip it and post it at the beginning of every video from our last
video. We can do that. Yes.
Yeah. More editing work, but I'm done. I'm joking. We'll definitely post like anything. We'll even, if anything, if later on, if we have an episode, we'll recap some of our comments on past. I think that'd be pretty cool to do. So yeah.
I mean, first we got to get comments, but we'll see.
That's true.
Soon.
Yeah.
Plans.
Yeah, but yeah.
Watch. I have a feeling like a year from now, it's like. Oh, by the way, one more thing. I shot this our first ever secret podcast that we shot back in April. There was this clip. We did the secret podcast episode with just me and Daniel in the car, and we kind of just like talked about our goals for the year and everything. And there's this one minute clip from that podcast episode that I saw the other day, and I sent to Daniel. I'm like, damn, I did that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I talked about it and I did it. And at the time, it was like whatever. Like, I just kind of like it was a shot in the dark, but.
Yeah. Can I mention something about that clip too? I'm not very far along with it, but that clip, like I was just puffing away on a vape, and I'm just not to toot. I don't have much to toot about this. I'm just really proud that I quit.
No more puffing.
No more vapes. The only puff I take is if I have an asthma attack.
The only puff I take is the kiss from my future girlfriend.
Why is she blowing into your mouth when you kiss?
Okay, I don't know.
Are you into that? Yo, we heard it here. Yo, next girl, blow into his mouth when you're kissing. He likes that.
I was trying to make it romantic. I'm sorry. All right.
Thank you guys. We'll see you on our next episode. Once again, like, comment, and subscribe. We love y'all. Later.
Across the street.